Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're doing another Swiss Dragons of Tarkir Fate Reforged draft. What's Den Protector do? 2 mana, 2/1. Creatures with power less than it can't block it, and let's turn face up. Turn target card from your graveyard to your hand. This card's awesome. I like this guy. I haven't played with or against this guy yet, oddly enough. Silk Wrap's good. I like the Scale Lord, Beastbreaker, Hand of Silumgar. That's about it for this pack. I don't think we're going to table anything that we want, but pretty happy to pick this guy up. Seems pretty good. All right. Well, follow-up Survivalist pick seems fine. Pacifism or Reduce in Stature are absolutely cards. And there's random like Custodians that are played and stuff. Otherwise, Stampeding Elkherd would be a fine pick, and Glade Watcher's fine, but I actually like Survivalist. And there's nothing else that's insane in here, so I'm certainly fine staying on color for now. Okay, now we've got Quartermasters, Youthful Scholar, third pick. Still yet to play green-blue, I gotta admit. Doesn't strike me as all that good. Like, what does Youthful Scholar really do for me in my... The only thing that comes to mind is, like, I fight using my Youthful Scholar in, like, a Hunt the Week and kill something and draw 2 cards. It's not that great. It's kind of cool. I'm fine picking Quartermasters and staying on color. Quartermasters are pretty strong. Besides being a 3-mana 3/3, which is already good, I like that you can... Basically, you can just attack with all your mana up, and it makes for complicated blocking math for, well, probably both players, but presumably harder for the defender. Let's see, Quartermasters. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. I also have heard people don't like green in this format, oddly enough. I like it. I think it's fine. I don't know. I don't have any problems with any of the colors per se. Okay, staying on color, we could take the Glade Watcher. I'm not really considering the Shield Bearer. I'm fine taking Glade Watcher. I think Atarka Efreet's better. And then there's a Scion of Ugin, which is also okay. I'm a big Atarka Efreet fan. And even if we end up with a formidable deck, I'd still rather have a Atarka Efreet. Like going green-red, I'm going to want a Atarka Efreet. 6 power pretty much turns on all of the formidable guys in this format. There's also Kolaghan Aspirant in red, but I'd still rather have the Efreet. And 4th pick Efreet might be a sign. Very well could be. Yeah, I think it's certainly better enough than Glade Watcher, where I'm going to take it here. Okay, so now we have Tread Upon. Well, let's think of the best card in this pack is probably Sight Beyond Sight. Display of Dominance is not very good. Non-creature permanent destruction only is a little bit too limited to be good. And it can protect from removal, which I guess is okay, but I'm not a big fan. I've never really had a huge desire to take it. I probably just prefer Tread Upon over Kindled Fury, especially if I don't end up in red. Not a very exciting pick, I admit. All right, maybe I take the display for that reason. Because if I don't end up with a Tread Upon, I don't really care, and there's a chance I could want Display of Dominance. All right. Savage Vintmaw is pretty good. It's more exciting than Artillerist, so we'll take it. We'll take the Dargon. I'm cool with that. Now we've got Servant of the Scale, which works well with the Quartermasters. And not much else. Volcanic Rush, fine card. Volcanic Rush might actually be better. If I end up with a heavy creature deck, I could see Volcanic Rush coming up big. Okay, I'll take it over the Servant. Ooh, like, it works well with Conifer Strider. And there's nothing else in here for us, so we'll take it. I don't really like Custodian in this deck. Guess I could take a Naturalize for sideboard. I don't really have enough 4 toughness guys to make Gate Smasher work. I've never really seen this card come up. I played it once, and actually it did some good work for me, but Yeah, let's just, I guess we take a sideboard card, whatever. I already have a survivalist, so to be honest, Naturalize is not that exciting, but I guess I can take Custodian. If I end up somehow in some crazy 3 or 4 color deck again like last time, maybe I'll want a Custodian. I'll take the Airy for the same reason. I mean, I could take the Vial here, but whatever. I'll take Sheltered Airy. If I end up wanting to splash some bomb, I'm willing to do it. Ooh, Glade Watcher's a nice super late pickup. Pretty easily take that. All right, Vandalize, sure. I actually sideboarded into that recently, and I didn't play it. Someone in my comments mentioned something about Tempest drafts. I've watched a couple Tempest drafts. I got to admit, I'm not too terribly stoked about that format. It kind of struck me as Vintage Masters without the chance of getting Power 9, which to me was not all that exciting. I didn't like Vintage Masters that much, and the only reason I really jammed it was because I wanted Power 9. I got a couple pieces too, which made me happy, and I still have them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Tempest. I don't know if it's the format for me. Not from what I saw, at least. Okay. So I think we got a Slam, Epic Confrontation. We're going to need some removal. Otherwise, a second Atarka Efreet or Calcisma Behemoth. Both very good in the Formidable deck. Maybe we can table one of them. Or the Scaleguard Sentinels. We do have a dragon. Or I think we'll table something pretty good here. Behemoth, Glade Watcher, Scaleguard, Efreet, Brawler, Shield Bearer. All options we'll table, but happily picking up the good removal spell. Geez, some blue-black player is going to be happy. I think I'm taking Twin Bolt here. I like removal. Otherwise, Evolving Wilds, of course. Always happy to pick that up since it's playable in any of your 2-color decks, but helps you do a 3rd color splash if you need. Hope to table Forerunners. It's probably wishful thinking, but we'll take the Twin Bolt and pretty happily slam that. Okay, I like the Bear. Seems like a fine deck for Bear as well. Hopefully table Screamreach, Brawler, Tread Upon. Okay, seems like a pretty good time to pick up a Tail Slash. Good removal spell. Excellent with our high power guys. And Segmented Croteek's probably the only other option I really care about in here. I guess Warbringer, but currently my only dash guy, so much more for the black-red decks. And yeah, like I said, pretty happily taking Tail Slash here. Okay, now we have an interesting choice. Rending Volley, which is an amazing sideboard card. Or Colossadon Yearling, which is good. This doesn't exactly strike me as a deck that wants it, though. Or Hardened Berserker, which ramps us a little bit. You know what? I'm going to take the Rending Volley, and I guess there's also Circle of Elders. But here's why I'm taking Rending Volley. There's a chance I main deck it. I probably don't. But something I've noticed about this format is it's pretty easy to find enough playables. So if I make a deck that doesn't have Colossadon Yearling or Hardened Berserker, I don't think it really matters. But if I have a Rending Volley in my sideboard, I think it significantly helps certain matchups. So I'll put it in the main deck for now. Okay, options now. We have Seismic Rupture, Dragon Scarred Bear, Evolving Wilds, Screamreach Brawler. I'm cool taking a second Bear. Rupture works well alongside our Glade Watcher, not Den Protector, not Survivalist. Works well with Quartermasters, not Efreet, not Bear, not Conifer Strider. All right. Not quite enough good things that it works alongside with to want to play Seismic Rupture here. And I like Bear enough where I'm going to take it over the Evolving Wilds. This seems like a deck where I can get Formidable fairly often, and Bear is pretty good when you have it. Okay. There's a dragon. There's also a Segmented Croteek, though. I think I like the Croteek more than the dragon. Dragon works better if I tail that Scaleguard Sentinel, which could happen, but Croteek's pretty awesome card, any way you slice it. So let's take it. Okay, Beastbreaker's a great pickup here. There is Inspiring Call, which, believe it or not, is actually playable in here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys currently that at least have counters. And this thing can make us draw more, but Beastbreaker is a bit too good to pass up here in this deck, so gotta take it. Ooh, did table the Scaleguard Sentinels. Could also take a second Glade Watcher. Alright, that's interesting. Would I prefer the formidable guy that fights better or the guy that has potential upside with our one dragon? I think I actually like Glade Watcher more. I don't know, though. It's debatable. I get 1 less power. It's more color intensive. I can attack with it whenever I want. This works better with fight cards. Alright, we'll take the Sentinel, I guess. Potential upside of being a 3/4. Yeah, I guess I could take the Idol. I don't really think I'll need a second Volcanic Rush. I don't really think I'll need an Idol, but maybe I see more dragons, which should be good for now a couple cards. All right, Scream Reach Brawler, we'll take it. So I do think we're going to end up with enough playables, which definitely makes me happy I picked up that Rending Volley. All right, Servant of the Scale, fine. None of these cards matter. I could see, I guess, Grave Purge. Another Naturalized late. So what are we hoping to pick up out of pack 3? Well, Pyrotechnics would be nice. Some Burn would be nice. Beyond Pyrotechnics, but removal currently, where are we at? Rending Volley, Twin Bolt, Epic Confrontation, Tarka Efreet, Tail Slash. That's not bad. Could use some more. Alright, Sight of the Scale Lord can immediately go to the sideboard. Not nearly enough for toughness guys. And you got to have quite a few. Geez, we opened all the blue-black rares. That kind of sucks. That's alright. That's alright. What do I want to first pick here? I kind of want to take the Hungering Yeti. Seems like a good deck for it, actually. And what I like about the Yeti, well, not only is it, you know, pretty good with your green creatures in general and your formidable creatures, but you can flash it out. And this is a deck that can actually utilize the flash, so I like it. Other, I mean, first picks for us are like Einok Guide and Smoldering Efreet. Those aren't first picks. Lightform and Outcast are pretty sick white cards. Yeah, I think we got to take the Yeti. It's okay. I mean, Yeti's fine in this deck. It's just I don't like the cards we're passing. Blue rare. All right. Could take the Whisperer. I think we might actually want the Goreswine. This doesn't really strike me as a Whisperer deck so much. We don't have like... I mean, I guess granted if you put everything in its sort of hard cast slot, but even then our curve's pretty low. I think we're just going to take Goreswine. Another light form? Jeez. Some white player is ecstatic right now. Okay, could take Dragon, can take Goreswine, take Whisper, number 2. I think we take Dragon. We've already got Dragonloft Idol and Scaleguard Sentinel, so why not? I don't like all these light forms and cloud forms going around. Those things are really good. Okay, now we have Humble Defector, which is fine. Collateral damage, a little bit less exciting. Scroll the Masters, not nearly enough support to make that work. I think we're taking Defector. I actually think Defector is a fine card. Not an amazing deck for it, but certainly an acceptable one. And do I want to play Dragonloft Idol with just 2 dragons? Maybe. Or do I want this collateral damage for some reason? I want the collateral damage with the Humble Defector. I kind of want the 2-drop. So I could probably play it over Servant to the Scale. It's probably just an upgrade. Servant's fine, but take it or leave it. Ooh, there's a sexy pick. All right, taking a Tarka. passing Bloodfire Enforcer, which I would actually like for this deck, but a Tarka in this deck. Now our Dragonloft Idol and Scaleguard Sentinel are just straight up good, so that's pretty awesome. And what are we going to run a Tarka over? That's a good question, I guess. I actually like Volcanic Rush a lot in this deck. We have some high power dudes. Maybe I don't main deck the Rending Volley. I haven't main decked it yet, but I've certainly had matches where I wish I did and matches where I'm glad I didn't. So let's just get all the Dargons we can in here. All right. Ruthless Instincts is a pretty amazing trick, so pretty happily picking that up. What are we going to cut for it? You know what? Scream Reach Brawler can get the boot. Not that exciting a card in general, and certainly not in this deck, so all right. All right, here I think I want to hate. What could be the most brutal against us? Will of the Naga can be really annoying. Honor's Reward can too, and I guess Warflare can. I'm going to hate Will of the Naga. This card, like I said, can be super annoying. Pretty happily picking up Return to the Earth here. Pretty excellent sideboard card. Grim Contest versus Harsh Sustenance. I think Harsh Sustenance most of the time is more annoying. I think. Not sure. Mardu Rune Mark. Well, can't make that work. Do I need an Ambush Crotique? I have some, not into the battlefield effects, but I have some like Megamorph ability stuff. I still don't think I'm going to play Ambush Crotique, but I guess I'll take it anyway. Well, we get one anyway. All right. I guess none of these cards matter. I don't think I'd play Dragon Rage. Let's just hate Hooded Assassin, maybe. We have some fatties I'd like to live. This deck's cool. Mostly because Dragonloft Idol and Scaleguard Sentinel actually look good. Scroll the Master's Tables. How much stuff do I even have for it? 1, 2, 3... Well, let's see. 18 creatures, so I have 5 cards that I could do it with. Not good enough, but I'll take it anyway. Mastodon, you, my friend, are likely good enough for this deck. Whatever. Okay. So what do I cut to make the Frontier Mastodon? Well, let's make sure Frontier Mastodon's worth it. I need to have a pretty good count of 4 power guys. Otherwise, I'll just probably cut it. Yeah, let's take a look here. We've got 1, potentially 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Honestly, it's not bad. It's not bad. What would I cut for a Mastodon, though? I don't know. I kind of like everything. I don't want to cut any of our non-creature spells. I'll tell you that much. I want to keep all of them. So I could cut a creature, but I actually like Yeti in here. This is a good trick. Really legitimate trick in my mind. Especially if you have like 7 mana up and like a bear or something, and they attack in, you get to play Yeti and block, and possibly have your Formidable online. I don't know. Maybe I do cut the Mastodon. I guess everything else seems better. Defector, I guess, is one I could cut instead of the Mastodon. Maybe. Maybe. Kind of like Defector, but do I need it? I don't know. Kind of wish I had some more cheap 4-power guys. All of my 4-power guys for Mastodon are a little bit on the clunky side. I'm not sure. 4/3 body for 3 is pretty good, though. I said I only had 5 guys in the deck. I thought it was 8. It is 8, right? 1, 2, 3. Only if I cast it for 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have 8 guys. All right. That is enough for Mastodon in my mind. Maybe I do cut the Defector. It does seem like the weakest creature here. And the one that's like the least synergistic with the rest of the deck. Okay, I convinced myself. I actually like Humble Defector, but I think this deck is fine without it. So certainly not as sexy looking as my last deck, but pretty cool nonetheless. We're definitely going to get away with 17 lands here. We only have one 7-drop, and the rest is in the middle. We don't need that many or that much red mana. I usually am a 10-7 kind of guy. I at least want to be able to play my red spells early, but at the same time I need double green early for Scaleguard Sentinels. But I think 10-7 is a pretty appropriate split. And we have good sideboard options. I've got Return to the Earth, possibly Display of Dominance, Rending Volley, Vandalize. That's about it. Naturalize, I guess. Maybe Servant of the Scale and Humble Defector if I need some more early game. But I like this deck. I think it's pretty cool. So I think this is the final build, and I'm satisfied. So we'll see you round 1.